Place your alignment clips into the T-slot as shown on both sides of the corner. Take your corner softening tool to set the placement of alignment clips as shown. Take your marker and mark the mesh as shown. Next, take your corner softening tool and place it down into the T-slot and push down in a chopping motion, and at the same time push down on the mesh. Chop and push at the same time to release the mesh. You will notice the line you made earlier moving downward to show you how much of the mesh is releasing. The amount of corner softening will depend on the tension you are wanting to achieve. Rotate the frame to the next corner and repeat the process. When you get to the corner where the square bar is connected to the roller, place one clip on the roller as shown and repeat the corner softening process. You do not have to soften the square bar side because you are not rotating it. Repeat this process at the opposite square bar end. Now you have completed the corner softening process. Turn your frame over to begin the initial stretching process. Start with the short roller first. Take a couple of squeegee blade material, cut it into 2-inch squares and place them under the corners of the frame. This will allow your Newman open-end wrench to rotate the rollers without touching the table or damaging the mesh. Take your Newman torque wrench and loosen the bolts on both ends of the short rollers, about 3/4 turns. Take your Newman open-end wrench. As you can see, there are 2 ends to the wrench. One is for the MZX model, the other is for the M3 model. It has a wide head to fit and engage the rollers properly. Place the wrench over the M plug of the rollers as shown. Rotate the roller away and downward until the wrench just touches the mesh. The amount of this initial rotation may differ from mesh count to mesh count. While holding the roller and wrench in this position, lock and torque the bolts until you hear your torque wrench click. Go to the opposite corner, place the wrench over the roller to hold the corner down, lock and torque the bolt until you hear the torque wrench click. Rotate to the next roller, again placing the frame corners on the squeegee blocks. Take your torque wrench and loosen the bolts of the rollers. Take your Newman tension meter, and place it on the screen. As you rotate the roller inward, you will begin to see the meter register tension. Bring the initial tension to half of your final intended screen tension. In other words, if your intended final screen tension is 30, you'll want to start your initial tension to 15 newtons. Lock and torque the bolts. Rotate the frame to the last roller and repeat the process, this time taking the screen to its final tension. Place your tension meter back on the screen to check your tension in both directions. Your tension meter will read the screen's tension from left to right as you face the meter. Move your meter around within the print area of your screen to check for final consistency. Do this in both directions. You have now completed your initial tensioning process.